Hi food lovers, my name is Adrian and I love food. Thank you for joining me again. Today's video stemmed from a post that I put on my personal Facebook page, which was to do with my battle with weight my entire life and how over the last 10 months I was able to lose just over 50 kilograms or 110 pounds. Based on my post, I had hundreds of people comment on it, and I've had a lot of people that send me a lot of personal messages, private messages, in regards to my journey. So I thought I'd make a video on that, as I had no idea it would be of that much interest to people. So basically, as far back as I can remember, I was always the big kid in kindergarten, in primary school. When I got older, I became the big fella, and there were a lot of jokes in high school about how I'm the big guy. That was very hard, I guess, when you're young and people are mean to you. And over the years, I've tried many things to lose weight, and I would lose a certain amount, and then eventually I would plateau. As anyone that's tried to lose weight out there will know, you lose weight, you plateau, and then I would go back to my old eating habits, and I would put all the weight back on plus more. So the current, I guess, weight loss journey started in July of 2019, when my wife sat me down for a chat about my weight. It was a very eye-opening chat. She basically said she doesn't want to end up a single parent. She doesn't want our kids to lose their dad, and I have to seriously consider doing something about my weight. Now, a few family members have gotten weight loss surgery, particularly the gastric sleeve, where they remove the bulk of your stomach. So you just end up with a very, very small stomach. Therefore, you eat only a little bit of food. So obviously, as a result, you lose weight because of it. Now, so in July of 2019, I asked my wife to add me to her private health insurance, because I could get the surgery done a lot cheaper that way than having to pay for it out of my own pocket, which can be in the tens of thousands of dollars. And basically, I had to wait 12 months until I was eligible for the surgery. About 7 months went by to February 2020. My wife said to me that a number of times over the years, she's heard me wake up during the night because I stopped breathing. It's called sleep apnea. It's never affected me. I've never had any problems that I was aware of, and I always slept well. But in February of this year, for 2 nights in a row, it got that bad that literally I was waking up because I wasn't breathing. So after 2 nights of what felt like I was waking up every 2 minutes, I thought I can't have another night like this. So that morning, I went and bought myself some shakes, and I adjusted my diet accordingly to consume very little amount of calories, as I felt that, one, I have to lose weight to get my sleeping back on track, and 2, losing a bit of weight before the surgery, was always going to be a good thing. So as the weeks and the months went by, my weight continued to drop. I was honestly very surprised because, I didn't think I could do it, as even though I've done it in the past. I was full of doubt. I didn't feel like I could. So the weight kept coming off. There were times when I plateaued, but I thought, you know what? There's no way I can go back to my old eating habits. I have to stick to this. no matter what. And hopefully by the time July 2020 comes, I would have lost a considerable amount of weight and should make the surgery a lot easier as well. Now, when I went on the scales in February of this year, I was quite shocked to see that they read 173 kilos. In my mind, I didn't weigh anywhere near that. Even though, looking in the mirror, I could tell that I was overweight. And I guess, a lot of you guys might be wondering, just like I was wondering, how the hell could you let yourself get to that weight? The problem, I think, is people that are overweight tend to abuse food, like some people tend to abuse various substances, alcohol, and gambling and amongst other things. And when you are in that situation, I guess you don't realize that you are abusing this particular thing, and you don't realize the slippery slope downhill that you're on. For me, I guess I knew I was overweight. I realized it, but I guess I didn't realize the extent of my weight problem until I got on the scale. So, as I said, as the months went by, the weight continued to drop. Even when I was plateauing, I was sticking to my new diet. I guess I didn't want to see it as a diet. Diets in my mind are temporary, and therefore, what I was doing wasn't anything temporary. It was a permanent, lifelong change to my eating habits, to my diet. This was going to be the new healthy me, no matter what. So when it got closer to July, I rang this particular surgeon on the Gold Coast, Victor Liu, his name is. And I know a lot of people have gone with him. He's a very good surgeon. I read a lot of reviews and I spoke to a lot of people. And I told Victor the story about what was happening, and he encouraged me to basically to keep going. He said if I can do it on my own, that's better. If I can avoid surgery, that's definitely the way to go. So having that chat with Victor was really, really good. And July eventually came, and by then I had lost, I don't remember the exact amount, but had to have been somewhere at 30 plus kilos. And I made the decision then that I wasn't going to get the surgery. I realized, look, if I can be careful with what I eat, I can get to my weight goal just doing it by myself. So before Christmas 2020, I lost just over 50 kilograms, or as I said, 110 pounds, which it was a wonderful surprise, because especially towards the end there, I was plateauing a lot. I was sort of hitting plateau after plateau, and I constantly had to change my diet, what I was doing. I had to introduce intermittent fasting and try a variety of other things to try and shock my body a little bit, change what I was doing, I guess because my body got used to a certain routine. And with every kilogram that I was losing, the plateauing came around more often, and it lasted longer. But I was adamant that no matter what, I'll keep going. There's no other option. So my goal is to get down to the double digits. I don't think I've been down in the double digits since I was a teenager, I guess, maybe 13, I guess. It's hard to remember. It's been such a long time. The other thing I should mention is I had a blood test in January of this year. And the blood test results came back, I wouldn't say bad, but they were sort of borderline not good. Then my next blood test was after I'd lost probably just under 30 kilos. And the blood test results came back excellent, which was a huge surprise to me. I didn't think that after losing, a quarter, probably just over a quarter of the weight that I have to lose, that the blood test results would improve so much. Now, the new problem that I had was my clothes were all far too big. It got to the point where really I had no clothes to wear because they all looked like they were 5 sizes too big. And the truth is that they are 5 sizes too big. So, I had to go buy new shorts and new shirts and new t-shirts and things like that. I was careful, obviously, not to buy too many articles of clothing because I'm still not close to my weight goal yet. But I have to have clothes that fit me, and I guess when I get to my weight goal, I'll be able to donate these clothes to charity. With someone who hopefully put them to good use. The journey, hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy at all. There were a lot of tears. Everything's just become a whole lot easier now. I no longer have pain in my hips. I no longer have pain in my lower back. Basically, I don't have pain anywhere, and just doing the smallest things now has become a whole lot easier. And that's it for today, guys. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. But as I said, if you guys have any particular questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to everybody. If there's a lot of interest, I could look at making another video in regards to what I was eating in my diet and other things. But for today, thank you again for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time, and as always, never trust the skinny food critic.